it to start. It said start streaming. Okay, it says receiving your content. Your audience will see it in a moment. Let's see. I don't like this hold up it has. Because I want to see what everyone else is seeing. Alright, now we're live.
We got it working now?
We have it working now.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Alright. Just double checking to make sure the buttons are working.
Greetings, cyberspace.
Oh, that shit never gets old.
It's Terra, your favorite cyber bitch. As you can see, I have OBS.
Ooh, it does fancy things and shit like that.
Yes,
Cool.
I has fanciness. My friend Optimus Christ helped me set this up today. I had messaged him yesterday about it, and he never got back to me. But he messaged me today, and I'm so happy I have it going. Got 4 viewers now. Yay! All right, so
Woo! Returns.
Hey, Rich, how are you, sweetie? Okay, so
Rich, good to see you, buddy.
We're gonna talk about the first teaser for Netflix's She-Ra show. Now,
never gonna get old.
I'm gonna warn you that the view isn't that great. I'm still trying to fix how the Hangout sits in the where our faces pop up at. So I'm slowly working on that. I'm not sure quite how to get it yet, but working on it. So I'm gonna do a screen share. Alright. So this is She-Ra, Princesses of Power.
Ooh.
The first teaser for Netflix's upcoming She-Ra reboot shows Orphan Adora, our main character, transforming into the heroic lead for the very first time. Helmed by Noelle Stevenson of Lumberjanes, the reboot is titled She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, and will focus on Adora as she unites a rebellion against evil. Let me interject here. When She-Ra comes into her power, there's already a fucking rebellion. They're just failing miserably.
Yep, because they're kind of retarded.
Well, they're not retarded. They just don't have the power. Glimmer, Bo, and Catra. Catra is not one of her friends. Catra is an enemy. All reimagined for this new series. Previously, images of the character designs for Princesses of Power caused a ripple in the animation community as fans of the new design defended the reboot from those who were more stuck in the past. Okay, I might be stuck in the past, but at least it's good fucking animation that I like.
Mm-hmm.
It's not this Steven Universe bullshit. While the teaser just gives us a small glimpse of the new series, it features a mysterious voice beckoning Adora. Now, I'm going to say right now, the voice is supposed to be Sorceress from Eternia, which is where He-Man is. And She-Ra is on, what's the name of her? They're on literally 2 different dimensions. Not 2 different planets.
I don't know, man.
He-Man's on Eternia. She's on... Fuck, I can't remember. A voice beckoning Adora towards a sword wrapped in tree roots in the middle of a dark forest. Before the iconic She-Ra transformation. And of course, no She-Ra transformation would be complete without She-Ra lifting her sword and yelling, "For the honor of Grayskull!" She-Ra and the Princesses of Power will stream exclusively on Netflix starting November 6th. Alright, so here's the video.
Adora.
Who are you? What's going on?
Balance must be restored. You do not yet realize the power you have. The time has come to show you your destiny.
You're not making any sense. I don't understand.
You will.
For the honor of Grayskull!
She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. She-Ra still looks like Ben 10 in a dress.
Balance must be.
There's no way around that. There's a... Trans Raw.
Alright, the new She-Ra trailer shuts down haters, says the Nerdist. Bullshit!
Shuts down or makes more. I wonder which is which, because this fucker seems to be kind of disillusioned here.
Alright, how the new She-Ra trailer is shutting down haters. Nerdists. News with Jessica Chubot. Okay. For the honor of Grayskull, the secret of the sword is out with the first teaser video for the She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. This is a modern reboot of She-Ra, Princess of Power, and He-Man and Masters of the Universe spin-off that debuted in 1985. However, She-Ra's famous brother is nowhere to be seen in this video, which puts the spotlight squarely on Adora. Well, she had her own fucking TV show for a goddamn reason, people. Today, Nerdist News is examining the response to the footage, which is quieting some of the dissent that was aimed at its revival. No, it's really not quieting it. Join
it
host
makes so much work.
And Madame Raz's magical assistant, Jessica Chubot, or Chubot, or Chobot. All I can
Shabad?
Trying to say this woman's name just makes me think of Chinese food, and it's making me hungry.
That sucks.
Yeah, because now I want bok choy. As she dives into the minute-long She-Ra teaser with initial reactions to it, the new She-Ra received some considerable blowback when the first images debuted the new art style. Older fans are almost always resistant to drastic changes. I didn't care that she's a member of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. It's the fact that it looks like a boy in a dress.
Exactly. Make the women's look like the women's. Make the boys look like the boys.
Babe, we spent a great weekend together. It's obvious I'm feminine.
That was fun, despite the fucking hurricane trying to kill us all.
But,
fuckers.
You know, I'm not exactly She-Ra figure, but, you know, you didn't care. I'm sure
I didn't give a shit.
Let me get... You have dated members of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, right?
At least two.
Okay, then. See, people...
The funnest part was really... I could lift them all over...
You can what?
Oh, yeah. I could lift them up and throw them all over the place.
See, people, it's really not about the titties. This is even coming from a man.
Yep. And I am not cucked. Absolutely not cucked.
Even if they've aged out of the target demographic. Okay, you're recreating an iconic series. It's called iconic for a reason. And you guys are still saying, it's not for you. Well, regardless of the fact that you're trying to target it to children, You're also targeting people that grew up with the original by giving it the same fucking name. However, the gorgeous visuals, they are not gorgeous, have gone a long ways towards dispelling that criticism. If that clip is any indication, She-Ra is going to be a dazzling animated showcase. No, it's not. It still looks like fucking Ben 10 or Hank Venture with a wig, bicycle shorts, and a skirt. Not all of the story's elements from the original series have been altered. She-Ra's alter ego, Adora, is still the forefront in the fight against the evil Horde and Hordak. However, the titular Princess of Power may be getting a much bigger role this time. She's She-Ra's supporting cast on the original series and didn't always get a chance to shine. Oh, you guys are talking about poor little Glimmer.
Oh, fucking who? Side characters are side characters for a reason. Know your place, bitch!
Glimmer,
that's why there's a Robin to a Batman, not
Glimmer,
a Batman
like
to a
She-Ra,
Robin.
was a princess. Glimmer had her own powers, but even in that, Glimmer was more of a supporting role. She was meant to be supporting because she acts weak. She was very weak. She was raised up to be, you know, a snub-nosed little princess.
Mm-hmm.
We believe the new series is going to rectify that by bringing the princesses to the forefront with She-Ra so they can share in the spotlight. Yeah, you know, there were only 2 princesses.
I'm already not liking that.
Yeah, me too. There's already 2 princesses in the series. It was literally She-Ra because she came from a different dimension and she was the daughter of the king and queen. And then there's Glimmer. There's no other fucking princesses. Alright, I'm going to read one more, at least.
Alright, by all means, I gotta hear what else these dumbasses have to say, because this is kind of entertaining.
Unleash your inner Princess of Power with the trailer for Netflix's She-Ra reboot. For the honor of Grayskull! Well, at least this article writer, I can read their name. Cameron Glover. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is the anticipated, not really, reboot to the updated version of the 1985 cartoon She-Ra and the Princess of Power, which was originally a spin-off to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. The first teaser trailer for the reboot has dropped along with an official release date, November 6th. Produced by DreamWorks Animation, Television, and Netflix, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is the story of orphan Adora, who is raised by a group of people called the Horde. Without knowing her family or where she comes from, Adora finds a magical sword that allows her to transform into the hero, She-Ra. If you're going to make it so feminine and call it Princesses of Power, you can't call her a hero. You have to call her a heroine.
Get your English right. Instead, use Regina English. Rawr. Oh, God.
And uses her
Did these
new
guys fail
powers
the 4th grade or something?
to unite a group of magical princesses to fight against evil. Okay, with them saying this, I'm guessing Bo is gay.
Probably. I mean, you know, they're all about, you know, fuck regular people because regular is supposed to be evil or some weird shit like that.
Noelle Stevenson, the executive producer and queer cartoonist behind beloved comics such as Lumberjanes and Namora, talked about her hopes for She-Ra's success. It was really a really exciting opportunity for me because it's about this female hero with such a complicated and interesting backstory, she's told Teen Vogue. And also one of the few legacy cartoons from the 80s that really showcases a cast of female characters, not just female heroes, but female villains and female comic relief. Kind of the whole spectrum of characters. Though the show won't officially premiere until November, fans attending this year's New York Comic Con will be able to get a sneak peek of what's in store for them. Stevenson will make an appearance on the panel, as well as voice actors. Now I really have to go to New York.
Okay, that I'm bringing eggs because that motherfucker's gonna need a Pope box. If Stevenson's gonna show his face, he's gonna get egg all over it. Because as far as I know, it is perfectly legal to prank people by throwing eggs at them. Unless there's some type of rule written somewhere, then I'd be damned.
So,
but rather than
Neon, her husband, know about this. I had tagged Geeky in a tweet about it. And the next thing I know, she's doing a damn stream on it.
Oh yeah! Good. Get the word out. Let people know that this thing's going to horribly suck and should be altered before it just destroys everything.
Six is in the chat. Hey, Six. He says...
Greetings, buddy.
He says titular. Interesting choice of words.
Nice.
Let's see here. Who else do we have here? We've got Ryder. He goes, I have the power! Six,
Yeah!
Six also said, sounds like someone's getting a tattoo.
Might be the feedback from me.
Yeah, that would be you, babe.
Well, we'll get the internet hooked up tomorrow. So just one more day of this shit.
Crotston says, Adora actually looks like a woman until she becomes She-Ra.
So, wait, so when she becomes She-Ra, she loses everything feminine because reasons?
Yep.
I call illogical bullshit.
Okay, we also have William Stench over in the chat. How are you, sweetie?
I will. No hard feelings. But your stench is ever palpable. Good pun? Good pun?
To a point. So, before you came into the hangout, I was trying to kill some time. And I went, I was actually looking for the stream that you were on. And I was scrolling down to see if it would just pop up in the things I'm subscribed to. And Uber Guy was doing his show live. So I went in there and I was like, hey, Uber Guy, nice, good to see you again. And,
how's he doing?
He's doing good. He did a stream with these two old white guys that are Trump supporters, and one of them, I swear to God, looked like my dad.
Cool.
So I commented in there. I go, Uber Guy, how'd you get my stepdad on here?
Oh my God, that's funny. What did he say?
Well, this guy named I think it was Freddie goes, Terra, what? I was like, oh, the guy with the beard, the old man with the beard, he looks like my stepdad. And, I'm sitting there and, at the time I was talking to Scooby in Hangouts as well. And so I'm having to turn the volume down, and so I'm just paying attention to their chat. And, it's literally, this is the setup, the way it was, ironically set up, with the Hangouts for them. It was, an old white guy, Uber Guy, an old bearded white guy, another black guy, and then this guy by the name of Boston, who is, a ginger like you, sweetie.
Oh, cool. So it's the stream of beards. Okay.
Well, the thing
Sounds like cool shit.
I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's one hell of an Oreo sandwich. Only this time the chocolate's in the middle.
Oh!
And of course, to me, the only good-looking guy on there is Uber Guy. And so,
well, he's a very good man.
Oh, he is, especially in person. So,
oh, yeah.
I was like, I said, it really sucks because of the rain at Moore that Uber got, because someone had, I was like, God, it's a sausage fest in here. And they're like, well, Terra, why don't you hop on and serve them some tacos?
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Cool.
And
you know, that has got to be the one thing.
I'm good at this shit.
Yes!
So I go, well, all I have are melons to offer because my tacos are for someone are for... I was like, you know, it really sucks because of the rain, Uber guy. Uber guy didn't get to see the melons. And nice. I was like, Uber guy, I was the chick dressed like Harley Quinn. Hey, Jean-Pierre. And he goes, Terra Sin, I remember you now.
Nice.
Yes. So, it was like a minute till I was supposed to start streaming. And I was like, you know, I told Uber guy that you and Scooby were happy to have gotten to meet him. I wasn't going to tell him I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Oh, yeah, they would have been like, oh, well, you know, they talk about you all the time, but I really don't know who the fuck you are. They would have been like, really, man?
Oh, and, baby, Ryder says, Burnside's a ginger? Burn him! No. I like that. I gotta hop out of here, you know, I'm getting ready to start my own stream. I was like, Uber guy, I'll try and catch more of your shows. And, so, I ended up getting another sub for that.
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome.
Yep. So, I got another sub. Jean-Pierre, Scooby went to bed. He's really tired. We walked all over fucking DC. No shit. All because of my dumb fuck GPS. And we didn't get to tell this story on air last time.
No, did.
Not the one about the whole, Gators don't touch Seminoles.
Oh, God. Yeah, we gotta tell them that funny story.
Okay, so we're walking in DC. We're trying to find this bar called Little Miss Whiskey. I wanted beer and karaoke. Burnside wanted beer and food. Scooby didn't give a fuck. He just wanted to stop walking. And we had all agreed that if we came across another bar, if it served food, and preferably had karaoke, we'd go. Well, we came across another bar. It was called Union Pub. And I go to grab the door, and this other prissy chick jumps in front of me and grabs the door, and I go to follow behind her. And I see this giant poster on the door. They're in Tallahassee, Florida. Okay, that's the Seminoles. The Seminoles are the main Indians that were in Florida. Then there's the Florida Gators. That's my team. I bleed orange and blue. Now, they are really, really bad rivals. Hold on just a moment. You know, I never complain.
Oh no! Technical difficulties! Don't worry though, folks. She'll be right back with you. Or I could go ahead and tell the story because, oh boy, that
you're getting
funny.
I know.
Because, you know, the funny thing is, like the Gators and the Seminoles, like, I was semi-oblivious to it. But apparently, they're just about as bad as, like, how the Sox and the Cubs are. And the funny thing is, like, we're, like, you know, Scoob and I are like, oh, finally a bar. Oh, okay, we can stop. Oh, you're back?
Yes, I'm back. So,
yeah, because we were like, oh, we can sit down.
And, you know, Burnside says to me, what's wrong with this place? And I was like, nope. Gators don't touch Seminoles. And these two guys that were on the outside balcony smoking cigarette or porch or whatever at this bar were like, oh my god, you're a Gator? I'm like, yep, born and raised. They're like, you suck. And then as we finally got within their view, they saw mine and Burnside's face paint from going to the Moore rally. And they're like, wait, are you juggalos? I'm like, I'm a juggalette. Burnside tells him he's a juggalo, and they're like, oh, whoop whoop. And we kept on walking.
Yep, we're like, yes, totally cool. All right, wait, we wanted a fist fight. Sweet!
All right, babe, I have to go.
One time with a face makeup doesn't get you arrested.
I have to go and walk this dog before he explodes. Why don't you tell them about the feminists in the pub?
Oh, God, that was some funny shit. Okay. You go on ahead, I'll take care of it then. Okay, so here's the funny thing that happens, guys and gals. Okay, so we finally find the bar we're looking for, Little Whiskey's. We go there, and we go and open up the door real quick. Couple guys leap out, and we're like, oh, hey, you know, do they serve food here? And they go, no, but there's a couple places down the road that serve food. So we go walking down the road, and it turns out it's either beer or food. Food or beer. You can't have both. And we're like, I don't know. And Terra's like, hey, you know, there's this Irish place over there. So it's like, oh, all right, no, it's Irish place. So, you know, we're like, all right, you know, let's go try there. And we go into there, and then they have beer and food. No karaoke, but, you know, we decided we walked long enough, so we just say, fuck it, go with it. So what ends up happening is we get in there, and it's packed to the brim with people. People fucking everywhere. And there are these sodomites running around. You know, they're you know, outrageously homo fucking get-ups and stuff, where they have, you know, elaborately cut fucking trashy looking short shorts and stuff, and tank tops and flamboyant shirts and weird shit like that. So what ends up happening is we go and sit down at a table. I go and nudge my way all the way up to the bar. I go and get our beers and our food and all that set up in that. And one of these dumb sodomites starts bitching about New York. Starts talking all sorts of bad shit, and I'm in the middle of drinking my beer, and I'm just drinking it slowly, because I'm looking at Scoob, and he's just like, because, you know, you don't bad talk New York when you're around him, man. He'll give you an earful. And oh boy, did he give these fucking sodomites an earful. This is funny. It's like, oh, what part of New York are you from? He's like, oh, I'm from, oh no. He's like, oh yeah, you're from there. And he turns over to me and he's like, yeah, it's the rich part of town. He's like, oh, I'm from here, you know, I'm over on Long Island. He's like, oh, it's from Long Island. Ew, such filthy people live there. How do you manage to live on such a deplorable place like Long Island? And stuff, and, you know, sodomites, you know, give him a hard time and that for it. And, you know, Scoob just talks to him and stuff. And then the Polynesian sodomite, you know, turns around, you know, gets a donut out of his face, whatever the heck he was eating on. You know, hopefully it wasn't somebody else's genitals, you know. Oh, I know, cheap joke, but you know. It's funny. Big man in a little Polynesian shirt. So he's like, so, where are you guys from? What are you doing here? Da-da-da-da-da. So we'll start talking and stuff, like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm from New York, Chicago, Florida, you know. We're here for more, and da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, they couldn't grasp the concept of a patriotic pro-American rally for whatever reason, so... You know, we kind of went a little bit ad nauseum with that. So it's like, oh, you know, we were supposed to give speeches and this and that, you know. It's about standing up for the country and that and all that crap. And they're like, well, what do you mean? What is it supposed to do? And we're like, well, you know, we kind of explained more or less, you know, what we were trying to do there without bringing up the fact that we fucking hate communists. And, you know, the social justice warriors and all those fuckers because, you know, they're sodomites. You know, they love all that stuff. You know, it jingles their ginies. So we kind of had to elaborately talk around that. And, you know, they were a little grumpy about it at first. But then one of them was saying, well, you know, so long as you guys are going around and you're, you know, supporting our local businesses and you're taking our local public transportation and you're spending money at minority businesses, then, you know, we're pretty much all right with you. But we have people that they you know, they went on and on about how, you know, they have people come all the time, every week, they give them a hard time or some shit like that, and we're just like, rolling our eyes like, alright, they're going down the checklist of all the crap and all this shit and whatever. And then, one sodomite finally gets to, you know, we'd really like it if, you know, we wouldn't run by all the other states, and, you know, she goes on about shit like that, and then everything grinds to a halt, because we're like, wait, back that up. oh, but how we need to have rights for... No. I mean, like, you said you guys aren't, like, you guys are run by other states, you know? Apparently, over in D.C., they don't have any autonomy, you know? So, pretty much, you know, the whole rest of Congress and everyone else basically does whatever the fuck they want with D.C. and that. So, the cool thing is, we avoided a fist fight because we're like, oh, that totally sucks, tell us all about it and stuff, you know, how can we help in that? And, you know, if it finally cut the abrasion, like, you know, the fucking sodomite Polynesian shirt laid off us and stuff, and the rest of them just kind of sat there like, oh, they actually want to listen to what we have to say for a change. And it's like, well, yeah, because, I mean, it's the capital. Capital's supposed to have autonomy, just like, you know, the rest of the places in the U.S. and shit. So, you know, they're going on and on and on about it, and, you know, and they finally laid off us a bit, but they were on the fucking social justice thing, where, like, they're wanting us to fucking praise Mao Zedong and shit like that. But...
Seems you think that's
was a nice
funny.
intro. Oh, I was just about at the end of that story where, you know, they're going about how, you know, they'd like it if we could help them out with their autonomy, because DC's run by all the other goat fuckers for whatever insane reason.
And no, Ryder, it wasn't a British pub. It was an Irish pub. There's a difference.
Significant difference.
Trust me, I tried.
You don't like those bastards.
I tried to get the boys to go to a Irish or a British and American pub, and they wouldn't do it.
Oh, I was not having any of it. I was like, nope, nope, and nope. Yeah, I think it just about wrapped it up with that story. You know, we basically, after, you know, we got over, like, them telling us about how they don't have autonomy and that, and we're like, alright, well, you know, we'll see what we can do in that. They finally laid off, and they went back to doing their own shit and that, and, you know, that was about that.
Yeah. The guy in the pink Hawaiian shirt, yeah, he wouldn't have liked trying to step up.
Yeah, because, like, at first, like, he was trying to kind of, you know, belittle us for going to more and stuff, and, you know, how it wouldn't accomplish anything in that. And we were like, but we got Roger Stone there, it's a start. And he's like, oh, you think Roger Stone's gonna help you? And it's like, yes, he was there. He gave a speech. He's the right hand of the president. Oh, what about the rest of Congress? And it's like, we've got one of the guys who's the right hand of the potato lord up there. As, you know, fucking Sir Sodomite, the orange Polynesianist, you know, was going on about. And it's like, we've got something that could get up off the ground, but he just, you know, wasn't having it. His other buddy, whatever her name was, who was going on about the autonomy, you know, she was the one that, you know, had the decent brains.
Yeah, the teacher.
The rest of them sadly... Oh, right, teacher, yeah. You know, yeah, she wasn't too bad. The rest of the guys was like, God, come on, cut us some fucking slack here.
Yeah,
It was so damn annoying.
I had a great time. It feels like a dream now. I know it wasn't.
Oh, it was all sorts of fun. You know, it's just sadly, we were sitting there, like, beating our heads against the wall with those guys, because it's like, I can explain it to you, but I can't get you to understand it if you keep trolling like a sodomite.
Well, baby, he was a sodomite.
Yeah, he was. Poor Polynesian fucker and those other two guys going around like they're fucking Daisy Dukes in those trailer trash shorty shorts. Ugh. Oh god, should we tell them about the one woman that goes from, like, trying to hit on me to try and like being a dick to going back to hitting on me?
You mean the one that I was gonna turn her gator purse bloody?
Oh yeah, you were gonna beat her. God, I almost forgot about her.
Okay, you're gonna have to start, and once we get to the whole pawing part, I'll tell my little part of it.
Okay. God, I forgot. I should have told that part first, but you know, it's kind of good that I tell it now that you're here, so you can chime in with your part. So here's the funny thing. Okay, so we get into this place. We go and sit down at a table. I go up. I go and give them our table number and get all that stuff sorted out. I get a beer, and I'm on the way back to the table, and this looking skinny chick It was like, oh, you like your kid up? Oh, what's it for? And she starts trying to like rub my sides, like all the way from like underneath my armpits down to like.
Now, mind you, at this
like,
point, Scooby is knocking, snapping his fingers like this to me, and I'm not paying attention because I'm talking on Facebook to one of the guys that was at Moore that had taken a picture with Burnside. Finally, Scooby does this number on the table. And I look up, and I see this bitch pawing all over Burnside. And mind you, this is pretty much our, like, first date. So, my eyes immediately go really big, and the first thought in my head is her hair would make a really good bloody wig.
Yeah, she had nice black hair. It's just that, the bitch started off on the wrong point. I mean, like, there's a point where it's like, if you're not aware, it's kind of like, okay, sorry, you can kind of back off on it. But she went straight to, like, just stuff. And then I've got this, red shiny Vote G one of the rally goers gave to me. And stuff. And this woman's like, oh, you should get rid of this, you don't need that. And I was just... And like literally, this woman goes from like trying to hit on me to trying to touch my pen, and I'm just like, "Fucking bitch, you don't. That's just a no-no." And I like literally, I pull my mark hammer, and I go and place my hands upon hers, and try and move them off the button. And I tell her, Harley wouldn't like it if you did that.
No.
And she finally backed
No,
away.
Mr. B. Holly would not like it if she did that. Because Harley will turn into a fucking psycho bitch.
Ooh, we came so close to that, like, twice. Goes and, like, furls up and, like, does all sorts of, like, goofy little womanly movements and stuff like that. Like, Arr! Like, she just got like, a jitter that went, up and down her body and whatever, and just, decided to go skip, hop, jump out of the way and stuff, try and look all sorts of fucking cute and shit doing it. And I go and sit down, and I just look right at Harley, and she's like...
I just look at him, and my face is still stone, and my eyes are wide, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And and the thing is I knew it wasn't him. I wasn't mad at him. Because he already knows.
I wasn't trying to.
Well, you know
I wasn't
better.
trying to double time it. Yes.
I mean, you saw my hooker boots. Those stomp really good.
Yeah. I know you were about to curb stomp that woman. That's why I was like, I had to just try and diffuse the shit out of that. Especially being that later on, that fucking Polynesian sodomite that was apparently trying to be a dick to me, and I just wasn't registering it. It was like her Sodom buddy or whatever the hell they do. I don't know, pegging or some shit.
Remember, while we're sitting there eating our dinner, she's steady sitting over there staring at you.
Oh, I know, the whole time she was staring at me. She was pissed. And she's like, you didn't come at me. And it's like, woman, I'm already with a woman. It's the first date. Just no. We're a different story. It might be a thing, but it's like, one, no. I'm already with Harley over here. Two, you decided to try and take my fucking pins off. I hate it when people do that shit. I can only imagine how grumpy she would have been if I had my whole fucking vest and shit on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's one of my pet peeves.
Then I would have had to walk over there. You realize that, right? And you remember how much pain I was in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that pain would have gone right from me straight to her. Because I would have been like, sweetie.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would have been flat out, sweetie, we need to go outside and talk. And I wouldn't have been calling you sweetie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would not have been fun. That would not have been fun at all.
And just so everyone knows, I know how it looks. I am not presenting Burnside. It's just what's going on right now. I'm not sure how to fix this.
Ah, push the red button.
I'm not pushing the red button. Fuck you.
Almost works.
No, we're not pushing the red fucking button. And see, even though I've presented myself, it's still showing just you.
That's weird.
There we go. Now it's on to me.
Yay!
And yeah, so this chick was really, really skinny. Now, at the end of the night, we're just sitting there drinking our beers. Burnside loved this. He's like, what do you want to drink? And I go, I'm in an Irish pub. I want a fucking black and tan. And his eyes just lit up, and he got this big-ass grin on his face. He's like, okay. That's right, Rich. All hail Elf Mama.
Oh, yeah!
And, but at the end of the night, she's, putting stuff into her purse and everything, and I go, oh, nice gator purse. And she got this really timid look on her face. Like, because obviously she realized that, I noticed her. And she put her hands, she put her hands together like, please don't beat me, please don't kill me. And I just looked at her, I'm like, I'm from Gainesville, Florida. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, sorry about what? She's like, we lost. I was like, so?
It's not that terrible a place. It just has alligators. And drug addicts that like to run around like lunatics and sometimes try and have sex with them.
No. That's about a man that had sex with a peacock. In Chicago.
Good old suburb. It's the burbs. I wish it were, because then I could fuck with the north side. Peacock Man was in the
seriously,
burbs.
Is it still considered Chicago?
No, it's outside the 606. There's I know there's the confusing thing with it, but here's how it works. There's Chicago proper, which is anywhere that has a zip code that starts with 606 and ends in two other numbers. And then there are the incorporated suburbs, which is the area they kind of call Chicagoland, which really isn't a lot because there's a few of them that are and a few of them that aren't because, it's Illinois. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They just want to rape you and take your fucking money. The more they can give you the illusion of, yeah, totally, yeah, Chicago, yeah, awesome, the more dumbasses move in and go think, oh, I'm in Chicago, it's so great, yay, until they get shot, So if they can convince morons that the suburbs are Chicago, then they'll go and move there and pay extra because, oh, Chicago, oh, great beautiful city of dead bodies. I should totally be okay with paying more money. But where he was at is, no, not even the incorporated suburbs.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish it was at least the north side, because then, oh god, I'd have jokes for days on those fuckers.
So, let's see. Oh yes, don't forget Yumo's trampling over a ton of kids at the National Natural History Museum.
Oh god. People can't discipline their children, and that drives me up a fucking wall.
This coming from the man that wants me to give him 2.
Yes, I would like 2 children, please. And I would like to educate them and discipline them and raise them to be civilized so they're not running all over the place like hyperactive fucking howler monkeys. I expect children to be hyperactive to a degree, but it's like, shit. Actually watch where you fuckers are running before you wind up getting trampled.
And, yeah, so we're at the museum. And we met up with my friend Roxy because she moved to Virginia to get a better job with her family. And, so I hadn't seen her in like 2 weeks. So she met up with us at the Natural History Museum. And we're walking around on the lower level. Scooby is giving Burnside a fucking anthropology lesson.
It was great.
And so
me and
Roxy went. me and Roxy went and found a bench to sit on to just sit there and catch up and everything like that. And, by the way, Roxy likes you.
Aw, I'm glad she gets along with me.
So, because she would have said something flat out when we were alone. She would have been like, he seems like a dick. But no, she likes you.
Well, I can be a dick. I just sometimes choose not to be.
You choose not to be most of the time, especially around me.
Yeah. I mean, there really wasn't much of a reason to be a dick around.
No. Except for when I tried to rip your arm out of the socket when I saw the Batmobile.
Yeah, but it was the Batmobile, though, so that was okay. If it was something dumb like My Little Brony, I would have been pissed.
I would, if I'd seen a My Little Brony, I would have looked at you and gone, "We need to go the other way."
Yeah.
But it was the fucking Batmobile, and we're dressed like Joker and Harley.
Fucking had to, man.
Yes, yes. Technically, you weren't supposed to be taking pictures in this place. But we did this one anyway.
The cool thing was they let us slide because we dressed the part.
Yeah. There were security guards around the car.
And they were like looking at us and they were like, "What the hell?" You know, they thought it was the coolest shit they'd seen all week.
Probably. But we were in the Natural History Museum, and me and Roxy went and found a bench to sit on. And mind you, I'm high as a fucking kite. And I'm still watching to watch Burnside and Scooby go walking by so that we can catch up to, you know, make sure we're all in the same group. Well, Roxy and I get done catching up, and we're like, have we seen them? Did they go by us? And I'm like, no. We walk all the way to the ocean section and through there, and, you know, I had to use the bathroom, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna use the bathroom. And then we walk back through a different section of the ocean section, go back. I'm trying to call Burnside's phone. He fucking left it at the hotel.
Don't!
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that anymore. So
old habits die hard.
So we go all the way back to the beginning where it's human evolution, and we finally find them. And Roxy and I are like, we need to get going because, you know, she only has so much time here in town because she drove from Richmond, Virginia to Fairfax, then took the metro to get to the Smithsonian. And we met her inside of the museum. And so she, you know, we only had like 2 to 3 hours to actually like hang out. And we looked at, you know, the guys are like, aren't you guys enjoying this? And we looked at each other, we looked at them, and we go, we can see this anytime we want back home. What we want to see is upstairs. Because we have all the ocean stuff. We have all the fucking fossils and shit like that. They even had, and I thought it was pretty, you know, their little setup, and I do mean little, I get to say this, for their little butterfly exhibit where you get to go in and you can let the butterflies land on you and shit like that. Well, here in Gainesville, at our Natural History Museum, we have a huge one. And Burnside and Scooby are like, don't you girls want to go into that? And we're like, no, if we want to see that, we'll just go to the big one in Gainesville and pay $10 to get in. And I mean, it's huge. They spent a shitload of money on the thing. So we finally get upstairs. And the first thing we go to is, what was the, oh yeah, we went to go see the Hope Diamond.
That thing is cursed.
Yep.
You wouldn't think just by looking at it, but that thing's horribly fucking cursed.
Yeah, it is. You can see it when the light shines on it, right? The darkness that's inside of it.
Oh yeah. Hashtag send that bitch back to India.
But it was beautiful. And it's on this pedestal that rotates on a timer, so that everyone gets the same amount of time to watch it, or look at it. I got video of it going around, and Roxy got photos of it. And then, of course, we took some photos of some of the other nice shiny stuff. And
as women's likes gem.
And, Burnside and Scooby are trying to look at some other stuff, and all of a sudden I, like, cling to Burnside. And he's like, what? And he realized that there was a huge crowd coming behind us to get out of the little gem section.
Yep, all the women's came running because they went, oh, gems, oh! And just a whole bunch of fat chicks just came out of nowhere and stormed the place. And we were like, oh, fuck! So yeah, that was the thing. And that thing was not fun.
No. Oh, and don't forget when we were,
all the little kids that were running right behind him, screaming Mommy, Daddy, and something rock bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, everyone listening, I've said I have horrible anxiety and crowd issues. Burnside can attest. It's bad.
Yeah. Like, like, this giant amorphous blob of tourists just came pouring in, and she's just like, nope! Like, clings right on my trip pants. I'm just like, alright, we'll just stay here until the horde of stupid passes. And that took a good few minutes, because, they had to go banter on their trendy nonsense and what have you. And something about Allahu Poopa Bar or soap or something. I'm very horrible with understanding foreign languages from just the general Middle East. Like, I even, confuse Chinese and Korean all the damn time.
Yeah. So, when I came home, my roommate, she's like, let's take a trip to D.C. so, my son can see all the museums. And I'm like, no. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, I can't go back there unless I either have Scooby or Burnside with me. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's crowded like I've told you all the time.
Yeah, it's crowded and filled with stupid people. And not all of them you can understand.
And she's like, your anxiety's that bad? Because I told her she wouldn't be able to handle my anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the worst it got was when we went to walk down that escalator that wasn't working, and I was like, nope, and you could hear... Did you not hear the tears in my voice?
Yeah, you're like, ooh, fuck all of that.
Yeah, because my feet were hurting, my back hurt. I already had anxiety because there was a crowd of people already behind us wanting to go down the escalator, walk down it. And... yeah,
gotta love tourists.
And
they get into everything to make it worse.
I was just like, nope, 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 because I had that whole vertigo thing happen. It was... if anyone's watched a decent one of the old Wile E. Coyote cartoons where he's up in the middle of the air, he looks down and it does that whole boing where it brings the land up to him and then back down. That happened to me at the top of them fucking escalator steps. And my heart was in my throat, my stomach was in my feet, and I broke. The entire time, I did so fucking well. Because I had my pudding, and I had my Scooby. But once I saw the bottom of that escalator from that angle, no. So,
yeah, I'll take a nope with that.
And, someone was like, what's wrong? And, I couldn't say nothing, and Scooby and Burnside are like, she has a fear of heights. So, there was one escalator working. One, and that was the one going back to the top. Now, I don't like escalators because I have this fear that my feet are going to get sucked into those things. But, we have them all over the place here, too. So, I can deal with them. I'm just really careful. I watch where my feet go. And so they convinced me to walk down this set of stairs that is literally marble stairs. And some rickety fucking
They're very
handrails.
pretty.
But Roxy was in front of me. Was it you behind me, or was that Scooby?
It was Scooby that was behind you.
Okay. And Scooby's like, do you want me to, go in front of you in case you fall? I'm like, I'll be fine. Just, if anything, I'll fall backwards.
Yeah, that was definitely Scooby that. Yeah.
So, we get all the way down, and I finally sit the fuck down. Mind you, we had walked, what do you think, love, about a mile with our food from the food trucks?
Yeah, 1.2, 1.3 roughly. We got some good mileage on our feet.
And this was just on Sunday afternoon. I know we walked more than that when it came to being at more and then going to the fucking bar or walking to get Scooby.
Oh shit, yeah, just walking to get Scoob was long, and then trying to find a decent bar we weren't going to get shanked at, yeah. That was something.
Yeah, I found it really interesting that there's a Seminoles only bar there.
Yeah, there was a Seminoles only, and then there was a Saints only. Who the fuck, right? In DC, out of all places.
Yeah, I would have been fine in the Saints one, but you wanted food and beer. I wanted karaoke and beer, but at that point, I didn't care. I just wanted to get the fuck off my feet, and I already knew you were the one buying, so we went with food and beer.
Yeah. Yeah, that one looked like the best option we had for the time being, so I went ahead with it, and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, except for the skank pawing on you, and the pink Polynesian
the bantering
caveman.
sodomites they were hanging out with.
And
oh yeah.
Then we took mind you, we'd been avoiding taking taxis because everywhere we live, they're fucking expensive.
Yeah, you don't want a taxi in Chicago. Just go with Uber or Lyft.
Yeah, and you don't want one in Gainesville either. And God forbid New York. We've all seen the shit in, the things about taxis in New York.
Yep.
But, we decided that we were going to take a taxi back to the hotel because my feet could not handle any more walking. Scooby, you could tell, was leaning on his cane more and more. And,
oh, yeah. We were all going to collapse.
Yeah. So we get into the taxi, and I'm thinking, fuck, we're going to spend $30 just trying to get back to the fucking hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch. It was only $10.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
And what's even better is they have this bus that called the Circulator that you pay $1 and you can ride it to get to the nearest monument or museum or whatever you want to go to. So when we go again next year, also next year.
Oh yeah, because
I got a decent picture of the Capitol building. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on like a toga. And then I'm going to put this big ribbon on me that's red, white, and blue that says Bill on it. And I'm going to have the music and the voices going, and I'm going to lip sync to it, and I'm going to practice. And Burnside's going to film it. I'm going to do the Schoolhouse Rock just a Bill.
Yep.
I mean, come on, how great would that be?
Well, it'd be hysterical as hell, man.
Start filming with me sitting on the steps of the Capitol building. Ah.
Mm-hmm. It was just wrapped up. I'm just a Bill up on Capitol Hill.
And so, I know how for a long time I was saying that Burnside and I were going to get a picture in front of the Lincoln Memorial. Dude, that's actually where the Trump rally itself was at.
Mm-hmm.
We
tried to get there, but God, it was fucking raining.
Yeah, and there were so many people there, and, you know, Scooby and Burnside looked at me, they're like, can you handle it? And I'm just like, do you guys want me in the papers? Because at that time, I was just ready to kill people. So, next year, we'll get the photo, but Burnside and I did get a decent photo of us together, dressed as Joker and Harley, that will go in the picture frame that he's going to get me. Because he has to get me the picture frame now, because I already gave him the tobacco pouch that was my daddy's.
Yep, and does that picture look great?
It does.
It looks fucking great.
And, you know, it was a good thing we turned towards towards the window, because that light just perfect.
Yep. Nailed it.
And also in that picture, love, all you see is cleavage.
Europe.
Of course, I know the picture I'm going to print out and send to you. The only scene of me at Moore with my tank off because the corset kept falling down.
Yeah, that thing was a pain in the ass. All the rest of the outfit worked out just fine, though, thankfully.
Yeah, I've got to fix the patches on it, because turns out I had them too tight. So they came loose. I might just use some liquid thread on it and be done with it and not try and actually hand stitch it. Alright.
Well, it sounds like that ought to do it.
Well, I've enjoyed this first OBS stream of mine. I'm going to try and work on this hangout in the
this thing?
The camera section. And see if I can get it better. But all in all, I think I did pretty good.
I'm content.
I might go to something that's still instead of having so much animation to it, because someone complained about the bit rate or something.
They complained about a who what now?
A really bad buffering on my brother's end. But that's my brother. He has a piece of shit computer.
Oh well.
He's constantly bitching about that thing.
Alright. Well, we'll see what we can do.
Burnside, do you want to show your shit?
Sure, by all means. I am the Burnside Film Project. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, BitChute, and GabAI. Pretty much everywhere I am the Burnside Film Project, except for Twitter. On there I am Burnside_bombs. And I should have my internets and all that good stuff all set up tomorrow, so within the next few weeks there will be more things on BitChute, YouTube, and also for those of you who are familiar with Reckless Flaggatry, I'll be adding more stuff to that. And if you want to go find all of those fun things, just go onto Redbubble and look up Burnside Film. And you'll be able to find it. I've got a couple of nice fun things on there, and if you like the flag designs I got and you want your own made, hey, just let me know. You know, I've got plenty of time for creativity now, so by all means, let the memes go.
And I am Terra Sin, your favorite cyber bitch. You can find me on pretty much any social media. I would request that you please like, share, and subscribe. And if you could, if you can't donate, please go ahead and share it. But the GoFundMe in the description link is for my friend. I actually have a video about motorcycle awareness. It's actually about him. My friend Ben finally got out of the hospital. He's laid up. They did a settlement, and it's only enough money to cover his current accumulated medical bills. So we need help. We've raised $300 already. We are trying for $50,000, and that's so that, you know, because he's been told flat out he can't work for a year, and you know his family lives in Texas. The only one that lives here is his sister. And I think she has kids or something. I don't remember. But, you know, any help you can give would be greatly appreciated. Alright, everybody. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.